are precious. And today, our precious moment is about destiny helpers. A helper is a person who helps someone. A destiny helper is one that is divinely connected to you for the fulfillment of your destiny. It could be a friend, a brother, a sister, someone unknown to you, someone in your community, or someone on the other side of the world. It doesn't have to be an acquaintance or someone that you're familiar with. Some people who do not wish you well can also be used by God to usher you into your next level. Let's look at the life of David. In 1 Samuel, verse 16, chapter 1, the Lord said to Samuel, "How long will you mourn for Saul, since I have rejected him as king over Israel? Fill your horn with oil and be on your way. I'm sending you to Jesse of Bethlehem. I have chosen one of his sons to be king." So the Lord sent Samuel to go and anoint David. David was the youngest son. He wasn't the obvious choice. He was the one who used to care for the sheep. Yet, David was the chosen one. Samuel was David's destiny helper. Let's look at the story of Joseph, one that was loved by his father, yet despised by his brothers. After being thrown in a pit by his brothers and later sold as a slave, Joseph was taken to Egypt, and that's exactly where he experienced the glory of God. Scripture says in Genesis 39, verse 3 and 4, "When his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord gave him success in everything he did, Joseph found favor in his eyes and became his attendant. Potiphar put him in charge of his household and entrusted to his care everything he owned." After being unjustly thrown in jail, David still found favor in prison. He was put in charge of the other prisoners, and even though Potiphar's wife meant to hurt David, her evil was turned into good for him, because through her actions, he was able to exit the house of Potiphar and enter the next level of his life. At the end of the day, Joseph was promoted by Pharaoh, and he was able to help the same brothers that had thrown him in the pit. Joseph was a destiny helper to his brothers, even though they tried to hurt him. Finally, let's look at the story of Esther. The Bible reads in Esther 2:7, "Mordecai had a cousin named Hadassah, whom he had brought up because she had neither father nor mother. This young woman, who was also known as Esther, had a lovely figure and was beautiful." And if you're not familiar with the story of Esther in the Bible, please take time to read the book of Esther. A man named Haman rose to make a decree against the Jews. So Queen Esther and her people gathered together, prayed and fasted for 3 days. And when she went to see the king at the end of the day, the pole that Haman had prepared for Mordecai is the same one that was used to hang Haman. Esther was a destiny helper to Mordecai, since her elevation was tied to his. As much, Mordecai was a destiny helper to Esther, since he cared for her as if she was his daughter. You have to recognize your destiny helpers so you don't drive them out of your life. You have to understand that they have a role, a season to intervene, a purpose in your life. Treat your destiny helpers with respect. Learn to nurture and build relationships, godly relationships, in accordance with the plan of God for your life. And remember to always thank God. Until next time, stay blessed.